everybody, we're back with another episode of Motive4Change. We are at number 8. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes in. We are very excited here at Motive4Change, and we got a lot of feedback from that last episode. We heard a lot of cons, we heard a lot of pros. We're going to try to make those come together in not this show coming up, but the next show. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's just jump right into it with the news.
Okay, so this week I want to talk about a touchy subject, and to start I'll just read something that was posted Tuesday, May 20th. It says, Judge denies Missouri inmate's request to have execution videotaped. And it just says, Kansas City, Missouri is set to execute early Wednesday a convicted killer whose lawyers have said has a rare health condition that could lead to extreme pain and suffocation during a lethal injection. Russell Bucklew, 46, would be the first U.S. inmate executed since the botched April 29th execution of Oklahoma inmate Clayton Lockett, who writhed in apparent pain after what prison officials said was a ruptured vein that prevented the lethal cocktail of chemicals from being delivered properly. Because of this, the inmate is just, he wants it videotaped to make sure that he was actually, I don't really know why, but he wants it videotaped and the judge denied it. So I guess the question would be, first of all, what are your thoughts on capital punishment? Execution.
Yeah, so capital punishment is basically the end all and be all being dead for something that you did. Okay? I got a question, actually, a counter question. Why would he want to record it? It's not like he's gonna watch it later down the road.
It doesn't say.
Probably his lawyer.
What's his lawyer gonna do about it?
Well, I don't know. They probably have something in his will. I don't know.
Lawyers for Bucklew are seeking a stay of his execution, arguing that malformed blood vessels in Bucklew's head and neck could rupture under stress, causing the lethal drugs to circulate improperly and cause him to undue suffering. If this happens, his lawyer's going to file a lawsuit.
Okay.
All right, then.
That's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, a little bit.
It very much is.
Okay. My opinion on capital punishment, I don't agree with it at all. I don't think that no matter what you do, anybody should be put to death for something that they did. Okay? Even if it's something as low as child rape or child porn or anything like that. As some of you know, I'm an aspiring child and youth worker, almost a graduated child and youth worker, and I feel very passionate about children in the sense that I want to help them. But even somebody who's participating in child porn and raping children and stuff like that, I don't think that they should be put to death for it. I feel that everybody has the ability to change who they are, and they should be given that chance. Now, if it happens numerous times, I don't think that they should be killed for it still. Maybe lifetime in jail. And they'll probably end up being killed anyway by the inmates. So capital punishment is not necessary.
Well put, Josh.
I mean, I agree with Josh, actually. I don't know. I look at capital punishment as murder itself. I guess my opinion is if you support it, you have to have the guts and the courage to put the needle in the person yourself. And I don't think murder of anybody justifies murder of anybody else. I also think that if we take, somebody can never get their time back. And if somebody's in prison and they miss their kid growing up, it's going to hurt them more than killing them would, I guess.
I like that. Well said.
See, I find it to be, I understand what you guys are saying for sure in regards to capital punishment, but I think one thing that you also have to take into account is the idea of remorse. And certainly some criminals are going to feel extremely remorseful for what they've done, and others just aren't going to care about anything because they think they've done some sort of service or whatever. I mean, I'm just thinking back to the Oklahoma City bombings, which were almost 20 years ago now, and the guy that perpetrated it showed absolutely zero remorse for any of it, and he was eventually put to death as well. And I think in some cases, if they're really, really remorseful for it, then I would definitely, for sure, let them live. I guess. I don't have to say or anything like that, but if they feel absolutely no remorse for it, then there's also that slight chance that if they don't show remorse, there's a possibility that they could go out and do the exact same thing again. So, it's a difficult situation to consider. So I can't really say that I'm fully against capital punishment, but I can't say I'm fully for capital punishment either, because every situation is different.
Okay, let me give you a situation then.
Okay.
Serial killer kills 25 people in the span of 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay? The choice from the judge is either, or the choice for the judge, I guess, to make, is either lifetime in prison, with no chance of bail or anything like that, or capital punishment. What do you feel about that? Or how do you feel about that?
Well, again, it all depends on whether the killer feels any sort of remorse for it, or I guess the ultimate question is there something with the person that could make them reoffend again? And obviously, if he's killed 25 people, there's a very high percentage that he's going to reoffend again. But I guess the question is that if you're putting him in prison for a life sentence, you have to make sure that it's a prison where there's absolutely no possible chance where he's going to get out.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Again, it's really hard to make a decision like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't think I could make a decision like that.
It would be very difficult.
It'd be tough.
Really, yeah.
Because then you'd always have the guilt of having that blood on your hands, even though you didn't kill them.
Well,
You decided to kill them.
The big thing is making sure they were guilty.
Yeah.
And that would be like an entirely different battle altogether. Because I've seen lots of cases where the wrong person has been executed, and then they find the real perpetrator years later. So you have to also take that into consideration as well.
Are you there, Carine?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have anything you think you want to say?
I don't feel comfortable answering it,
Fair enough.
So.
Okay.
We're not going to push you.
Matt?
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Are you sorry? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt, what's happening in pop culture?
What's happening in pop culture? Okay, well, this is probably going to be old news by the time this episode gets posted, but the season finale of Survivor just aired this past Wednesday. The 28th season finale, might I add.
What is Survivor? Just so people know.
Survivor, yes. And the winner, of course, was a police officer named Tony, who admittedly, he wasn't exactly the most friendliest player to win the game, but he was probably one of the most stealthiest players, using immunity idols to get further in the game and promising people things that he had no intention of keeping. But, I have to give props to him. He did a very good job. My question to all of you is, given the elements of Survivor, a lot of people have said that Survivor is something that they really would be interested in taking part in because they want the experience of knowing what it would be like to survive on a deserted island for a month and a half or something like that, or however long Survivor is. My question is, do you think you could do it?
I have a counter question.
Yes, you can.
I think personally, I have wanted to go on a show that, I don't know if you guys have heard of Man Tracker.
Yep.
I wanted to go on that. But when I think about it, I think it'd be cool for the first day, and then knowing me, if it's anything. Okay, let's take Fear Factor for example. I don't know. I don't watch Survivor, so I don't know what exactly happens. But in Fear Factor, they make you eat all these kind of bugs and stuff. And well, if that happens in Survivor, I don't think I'd be able to. Oh, ew. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, I'd get there. And then the first day I'd be like, yeah, I'm all psyched and all that. But then all of a sudden they put food in front of me that's a spider or something, and I'd be like, I'll pass by and
Yeah.
then leave. So I don't think I'd be able to do it.
For me, it's more of a question of what I want to, and the answer would be no. I'd have absolutely no interest in Survivor or survival of anything. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you, Josh?
So for those of you who don't know, Survivor is a 30-day challenge where people are put onto an island. I think it's 30 days. Are put onto an island.
Yeah, I've read that.
They're put onto an island and they are literally just made to survive with the clothes on their back. They have cameramen, of course, that film them, but they have no food given to them except for reward challenges, which are different things. Not always food. They get flint and stuff to make fire. And then they have immunity challenges where if the tribe wins immunity, they don't go to tribal council, but the other tribe does. And sometimes there's even been 3 tribes. And when you get further into the game, there's individual immunity. So that one person who wins the individual challenges will be immune. In my opinion, one of my items that we actually have for the topic coming up, our bucket list, one of my items on my bucket list is to survive in the wilderness for about 5 days.
About 5.
About 5. I can't remember how many it is without flipping to it. It's either 5 or 7. But 30 days 30 days seems like a lot.
Yeah.
And
Are they?
go.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
30 days seems like a lot, and even though you're with other people, I don't know. It's the mental game as well, right? Because you're trying to vote other people off, you're trying to make alliances.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd do it.
Yeah, I think, well, first I should preface this by saying that the reason I bring this topic up is because I pretty much watched Survivor since the very beginning. It's one of the shows that I consider a guilty pleasure. I have to watch it every year. I was 19 when the first season started, and I'm 33 now. So that just goes to show you how long it's been on the air.
Didn't you say 28th finale?
Yeah, they do 2 a year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it makes sense.
But anyway, I think that if I was to go on a contestant on Survivor, I wouldn't have no problem with like the camp life. I might even do very well in the challenges. But again, as Josh said, the whole social game aspect, I pretty much went through a period where I had a lot of social anxiety, so I would completely fall apart at that aspect. So in all likelihood, I would probably be like one of the first few voted out. I mean, I would definitely try to get alliances going, and I would definitely try to find immunity idols and everything like that. But when it came down to like lying, I am the worst. I have the worst poker face for lying, so I would definitely not do very well in that aspect at all. So
Yeah, and one aspect of the game is survival.
yeah,
And
so I do it for the survival part, but I couldn't do the lying and the scheming and everything like that.
How important are alliances in that game?
very.
They can be very important at the early stages, because if you try to form an alliance like in the early stages and the 2 tribes merge, then if your tribe has more people on it than the other one, you have the numbers, you can just pick them off one by one by one.
And has there ever been anybody who's only ever made one alliance and stuck to it?
Let me just think about that for a second. I know there's been a couple of instances. The one I'm thinking right off the bat is a few years back, there was a girl named Sandra. She formed an alliance with Rupert and Krista, I think their names were. And she kept them pretty much right until like maybe about the final 6. And then she ended up winning the entire season. Because once the alliance members are gone, they get on the jury, and the jury makes the final decision as to who wins the $1 million. So if you have a good relationship with the jury, then you have a better chance of winning the money.
Ah. So, what do you have
That's
for
your
top?
Survivor lesson for today.
What do you have for top 10 this week, Josh?
Alright, my top 10. These are taken from thetop10s.com, okay? This is the top 10 movies of 2013.
Ooh.
Okay, so coming in at number 10. Now, by the way, these are voted by the public. So on this website, there's a voting system, and this list constantly changes no matter how many, or depending on how many votes a certain movie gets. Okay, or a certain item on the list. So coming in at number 10 is Monsters University. Now, I've actually never watched this movie.
It's
so
not bad. It's
I've
actually
heard-
really, it has a good moral to it.
yeah, I've heard
Get
it's
to
really
see the
good.
original.
Number 9 is World War Z.
Really?
Now, I really enjoy this movie. One of the best zombie movies, in my opinion. Number 8 is Star Trek Into Darkness. Again, another movie that I haven't seen.
I remember it being very big when it first came out, though. Like, I had to set up the display for it, and we almost sold out, like, the first couple of days.
Sorry, I missed that. What's the top 10?
Movies of 2013.
Awesome. What are we on?
8.
Number 7. Are you even, like, listening to us?
I was in my own world for 2 seconds.
Okay, just to recap, number 10 was Monsters University. Number 9 was World War Z, or Z, as we call it in Canada.
Zach.
And
I'm
number
American,
8
don't worry about it.
And number 8 was
Star Trek
God.
Into Darkness.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
What's number
I have a
7?
very bad short-term memory.
7 is Fast and Furious 6.
I can see that.
In my opinion, probably the best Fast and Furious movie.
No.
And the
it
last
was
one
the
was Paul
worst.
Walker.
The last one with Paul Walker. Although I did read
Let's
something
go
yesterday that they're using his brothers, both of them they film the same scene 3 times. Like, he has a stunt double, of course, and then he has his brother, and then his other brother. And they're going to use facial recognition technology to make the one actor look like Paul Walker.
Yeah, I had heard that, actually. And they were gung-ho about doing it to pay tribute to Paul Walker, who, as you know, passed away in a car accident back in November at the age of 40.
Are they going to write him off or just finish the series?
I think they're going to finish the series.
Yeah.
I think they write him off.
I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Number 6, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug.
Ooh, I agree.
I haven't even seen it. I don't like any of those movies, to be honest.
Oh, it's
do I.
really good.
Number 5, which I disagree with completely, is Gravity.
That was a great movie.
That was a movie that was kind of divisive. A lot of people really loved it. A lot of people didn't like it at all.
My opinion on the movie, great visuals. Okay? Visually stunning for the first 20 minutes. Then it gets boring.
Yeah.
What's
Moving on if anybody doesn't have any other differing opinions.
Continue.
Number 4, Man of Steel. I don't know if I'd rate it as high as it is, but it is a pretty good movie.
I hate Superman, so.
Well then. Number 3, Despicable Me 2.
That movie just
Yes.
makes me happy.
Oh my
That
god,
movie
it's
annoys
so
me.
cute.
I
That
agree.
movie just makes me so happy. Like the Pharrell Williams song that is the big... Which hit number 1 earlier this year, too.
The one you're not going to sing?
The one I am not going to sing because I would probably get our show canceled.
Because I'm happy.
She gets thrown in jail like those Iranian people that sang it.
Number 2, Iron Man 3.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I agree
No.
with this.
I think it should be on the list, but I don't think it should be as high as number 2.
I
Maybe
think it
like
should
number
be as
5.
Top 100, not top 10.
I
No.
agree with it. You know why? Iron Man is my favorite superhero.
Same
So
here.
I'm a little biased.
Spider-Man.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Iron Man, definitely.
No.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Iron Man is my favorite Avenger.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
same here.
So Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not me. Batman.
Nobody likes Batman.
Hey, shush, I like Batman.
Can anybody guess what's number 1?
Transformers?
Well, does it have to do with an animated feature starring Princess and a Snowman?
I've got it. I've got it.
Neither of you have been correct.
12 Years a Slave is number 1.
No.
I think
Damn
it's
it.
Frozen.
These people seem to like violence. The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Oh my
Really?
God.
Oh.
I'm surprised Frozen didn't even make the top 10 considering how huge it was for Disney.
It was,
Yeah.
well, Frozen's is released, wasn't it released in 2014?
No, it was
Yeah.
2013. It was late
Yeah.
2013, but
The thing about Disney, everything they touch turns massive. So I'm surprised none of it's on there.
Anyways, that's the list.
ah.
Interesting, but horrible.
Just because you have a different opinion, Jonathan. Okay.
Okay.
Now on to the topic of the day.
Yay! Week. Topic of the week.
Topic of the week, whatever.
Thank you.
Okay,
The day and the week.
this is a fun one. We took a look at our life. We figured out what we've already accomplished that we are proud of. And we looked at what we want to accomplish in our whole lifespan. And we created the bucket list.
We did.
Now, before this, I had never even created one or even thought about it. So this was a really neat activity for us.
I'm just going to throw a shameless plug of Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson's movie in there. It's a great movie.
Very good.
I don't think I've
Yes.
ever seen it.
Oh, Josh,
You were fired from this talk show.
I agree.
Yeah, you can buy it at any department store for like $5.
$5
watch
binge,
it,
Josh.
Josh.
If it's a $5 movie, how is it so good?
Josh, it's so inspirational, not even
it's-
joking. Like, it's
it's
a
been out
good
for, like,
movie.
I
7
even did a
years.
blog topic on it on my Pop Culture Addict's Guide to Life blog.
Yeah,
In fact,
another
that's where I
shameless
got my
plug.
own bucket list.
Wow, guys, are you
Another
done?
shameless
Are you
plug.
done yet?
Hey, shameless plugs are what this show is all about.
Okay, I'm going first.
All right.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I didn't really rank them in any order. I just kind of made a list. So number 1 is to fall in love. Number 2 is to go shopping on Rodeo Drive, which is in Beverly Hills. Number 3 is to attend the Carnival in Venice, Italy. Number 4 is to design a house inspired by Japanese architecture. Number 5 is to learn to say no without feeling guilty. Number 6 is to meet Muhammad Ali. Number 7 is to write a television sitcom. Number 8 is to get a master's degree. Number 9 is to go to space. Number 10 is to donate $1 million to a charity of my choice. Number 11 is to get an article published in the New Yorker. Number 12 is to charter a yacht. Number 13 is to own every Beatles album. Number 14 is to invent something. Number 15 is to open a restaurant. Number 16 is to pet a gorilla in Uganda. Number 17 is to learn to forgive. And number 18 is to witness a social movement.
Wow.
Whoa.
Those were all so different.
Yes,
I
they were.
know.
I never thought of any of those.
No, me neither.
Well,
I
a few of
think
them.
one of mine is the same as yours, but only vaguely.
All right, Corinne, you're up.
So once, just like John, mine aren't in order. Mine, I just put them in a list. I don't care what order I do them in. But I want to own a yellow with 2 black striped 2010 Camaro SS.
Damn
Just
you!
saying.
That's on mine.
What? Okay, well, I win. And it's going to have a little Autobot sign on it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna share it.
Okay, fine. We'll split halvesies, right?
Yep.
And then,
I get to drive it more though.
that's okay. I just want to be in the passenger seat.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Okay. My number 2 is take a picture of Niagara Falls in all seasons with my Canon. So,
That's a camera, by the way.
yes, it's Canon T3i, by the way. Just saying.
Great camera.
Yes, I agree. But I want to take a picture of Niagara Falls in winter, summer, spring, and fall.
So move there.
That was abrupt.
Okay, well, number 3.
We didn't want you here anyway.
Bye. I'll just leave then. I'll go to Niagara Falls. Okay, number 3 was adopt a dog from any animal shelter. I don't care which one. I just want to adopt one. Number 4 is go scuba diving in the ocean.
Which ocean?
Any ocean, I don't care.
Does it have to be an ocean or can it be a river?
No, it's got
No,
to be
'cause
an ocean.
Yeah, I really want to see saltwater fish. Like, I want to swim
They're
with them.
overrated.
Well, my brother went to Mexico and he got to swim. He took videos with his phone underwater,
And that's
swimming
not
with
enough?
fish and turtles and stuff, but I want to do it.
Go for it.
Exactly. Number 5 is ride an elephant, just because elephants are my favorite animal and I really want to ride one. So,
Ooh.
yeah. Number 6 is have a wedding with all my family together and not have any arguments or fighting or not have to kick anybody out. And for those of you who know me, that will be probably impossible, but yeah. 7, become known for something in the world. Even if it's just by one person, it's better than nothing.
Can you repeat that?
Being
Yeah,
known for change or something I've done in the world.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Number 8 is meet one of my favorite actors, whether it be Johnny Depp, Ian Somerhalder, or anyone from Doctor Who.
Like the first season of Doctor Who?
The what?
The first season?
Um,
I'm pretty sure that some of those are dead.
Which Doctor Who?
okay, the 2005 series, the newer one.
There you go.
Yeah. Because Doctor Who's been on the air since
Specifically
1963, so
Good luck with that.
yeah.
I'd specifically want to meet David Tennant or Matt Smith.
Typical.
Yeah. I want to get a tattoo, so that's my number 9. But I'm a wimp, so that probably won't happen.
Unless you get a temporary one.
Yeah, get a temporary one.
Real one.
It doesn't
real
count.
one.
Doesn't
I want to
count.
get a real one. And number 10, for those of you who know me, this makes me a complete nerd, but I want to complete the Pokedex.
Wow.
I'm not even
Very
joking.
possible.
I'm not even joking.
It's okay. I have a nerdy thing on my list too.
Yeah, I only had 10.
What about you, Josh?
Alright, so on my bucket list, in no particular order, but this is number 1. I want a Chevrolet Camaro, just as Carine described it. With the Autobot symbol and everything.
But we're sharing it. Yeah, we're sharing it.
Like, as if you said that. I want to go cliff diving. I want to go to London, England, to see Big Ben. I want to go to Hollywood. I want to reach 100,000 subscribers on my Composition Fever YouTube channel. Shout
And
out.
Motive4Change.
Motive4Change. I want to hit 1 million subscribers there.
Ooh.
But that's not on my bucket list.
Everybody subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe. Okay.
Quickly.
I want to survive in the wilderness
quickly.
for 5 days. With limited supplies.
Where?
Southern Ontario, anywhere. I don't want to go like Northern Ontario. That'd be stupid.
Yes, it would be.
I want to get a tattoo of something meaningful, most likely to do with music.
What do you want it to say?
I don't know yet. You're pressuring me.
Yeah, we never interrupted your bucket list, Jonathan.
That's your fault.
I want to own a house with a pool, and it's going to be an in-ground pool, Jonathan.
What shape?
Oh my god. He's
Well,
kicked
we
off the
should
show.
keep up
He's
with
done.
that.
Hopefully you enjoyed having him here, but he's gone. This is gonna sound funny, but I want to have a man cave.
So do I, actually.
There you go. I'm not alone. Thank you. I'm not even gonna explain what it is. If you don't know what it is, go look it up.
I don't want to know.
I know what it
it's,
is,
It's
but-
really awesome. It's kind of a nerdy thing, though. So, yeah. I want to become an author and write a book.
Hey, you stole mine.
My bad.
You both
At least
stole
one of
mine.
mine.
I want to become a healthy weight. I want to go to a wind tunnel and fly, probably in Montreal, because it's closer. I want to fly in a hot air balloon. I want to own my own pet when I move out. I want to go on a road trip across Canada. Like, start at one end to go to the other.
That would be fun.
I want to fly on a plane. I want to travel on a train. And I want to learn sign language. Not in that order, but, whichever.
Where do you want to go on the train?
Anywhere. I just haven't been on one.
Oh, they're cool.
I want to see the real Mona Lisa in the Louvre in Paris. I want to walk the Great Wall of China. I want to see the Eiffel Tower in person. I want to fall in love. And last but not least, I want to own a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air.
Okay, so you can have the Bel Air, and I'm gonna have the Camaro.
No. I don't think you understand the mint condition 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. I don't think you understand how expensive that is.
Exactly. That's why you can have that one, and I'll take the Camaro.
No, but the thing is, it's so expensive that you don't drive it.
Oh.
You just sit there and look at it all day and drool.
All right.
All right,
I
Matt.
do that with the Camaro, but
Okay, well, I just want to explain something before I go into it, because I actually wrote my bucket list 2 years ago. And part of it was because I did a blog entry on my blog on the movie The Bucket List, so I thought I'd create one of my own. So since then, I've actually crossed off one thing, and I added 2 more. And the thing that I crossed off was I wanted to take part in a charity event that had to do with exercise, and I did that last year with the Reeling for Life.
Nice.
So that is crossed off my list, but I have added 2 more. So I'll start off with item number 1. Number 1 is to become the father of at least one child, because I actually think that I could be a good father. I don't know why, but I think I could. Number 2 is to have a vacation that is outside the country, and when I say outside the country, I don't mean the USA. I mean like Europe, Australia, anywhere like that. The third item on my list is, this is going to sound weird, but I always wanted to be a contestant on a game show, like The Price is Right or Wheel of Fortune. I don't necessarily even have to win the big cash prize. I just want the experience to go on it and take home like a toaster as like a consolation prize.
Come on down.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be like, I want to have that experience of being a contestant. I think it would be so much fun.
Make sure you get your pet spayed or neutered.
Okay, number 4 Josh's.
Just a sec,
I also
just a
want to
sec.
have a book published.
Can you, Matt, Matt. You need to repeat that whole thing. You were roboting.
Again? All right. So number 4 was something similar to what Josh said on his list. I want to have a book published. It's, I mean, I do a blog every day, but it's not quite the same as having, like, paper print in front of you. Number 5 is to have a backstage pass at any major event, be it a concert or I guess a game show or anything like that. I would just think it would be so cool to meet the stars backstage. Number 6 is to go on an extended cruise. I'm definitely not the type of person to get seasick, so I think it would be fun to experience that.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Love the water.
Number 7 is to own my own home, and in brackets, specifically a writing studio decorated in purple and blue, because those are my 2 favorite colors. And I think purple and blue are calming colors, and I could probably get a lot of work done in a room like that. Number 8 is to own a Wurlitzer jukebox, because I think it would be like the perfect conversation piece to any room. And that's all I have to say about that. Number 9, and this is also another nerdy one, I want to own, or at the very least view, a copy of Pep Comics number 22, because it has the first appearance of Archie Andrews in it.
You're an Archie fan.
Yeah, and the last time I read, a copy of that book sold at auction for $52,000.
Wow.
So I don't think I'm going to get my hands on it this century, but if I live to be 135, maybe next century I'll.
Yeah, you keep us posted on that.
I definitely will. If you guys, I'll probably die before you guys will anyway, so.
Not according to that Facebook thing, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like
I'm going to die like
there's like a
6 years ahead
Facebook
of
page
you.
you can find out what your gravestone will say.
I'm gonna die.
Number 10 is to perform at an open mic comedy club. And I don't know, that would be like the ultimate in facing my fears of social anxiety. If I could just get up there and tell a few jokes in front of people, that would be brilliant right there.
Tell us a
You
joke
can do
right
that.
now.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah,
a
a
joke.
funny one.
Tell us a joke right now. You're putting me on the spot.
That's what an open mic night is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, oh gosh, I'm stumped.
Wait, that's a joke. You go up there and say, "Oh God, I'm stumped."
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, how nice. You're trying to appease me. Aw. I love my friends. Oh, and this is the one that I just added. Well, the other one that I added was the one about the Open Mic Comedy Club.
Yeah.
But the one that I also added was number 11. To be able to find love, not just with another person, but within myself too, because I've struggled with both.
What about a car? A Camaro?
I don't
I'm not
drive.
a Camaro.
Although that could be number 12, to actually learn how to drive and not get nervous.
Oh.
All
There's
right.
another one. There you go.
Then you could do triplets on the car.
You could do what?
I don't know how to.
That's the word of the day.
Yeah, the sad
Triplets.
thing is that if I were to get a car, it would be like a small car, like a Volkswagen Beetle or a smart car, because I don't want myself to drive a big car at all.
You could rock the Beetle.
Yeah, you'd be good.
You had to do a pink one with eyelashes.
No,
Hey.
blue and purple. Blue and purple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
purple
with eyelashes.
favorite colors.
And
With
you gotta have
eyelashes and blue flowers on the side, but a purple.
Or get classic red. Red would be
Yeah.
alright too.
clown nose. You gotta put the clown nose on it too.
What if you got a car?
It's got to light up.
No one
Yeah.
want to be a clown.
No, it's a Rudolph nose.
Oh, put bunny ears on it too.
No.
Or you could get Herbie.
Oh my god.
Herbie would be very cool. And my sister likes Herbie, so she could probably describe how he looked. So,
All right, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Final thought quote of the week.
alright.
Drum roll.
Never again.
Anywho. Okay, so I'm gonna read the quote and then I'm gonna tell you guys who's it by, if you can't guess it. Okay. You know, the ancient Egyptian had a beautiful belief about death. When their souls got to the entrance to heaven, the guards asked 2 questions. Their answers determined whether they were able to enter or not. Number 1, have you found joy in your life? And number 2, has your life brought joy to others? Does anybody know who this quote's by?
Eddie Murphy.
Chris Rock.
Barbie.
Okay, no. It's by Morgan Freeman in The
Of-
Bucket List.
Of course it is.
Oh, that's right.
I think we
Yeah.
knew that.
Why? How'd I
You
forget?
did. Anyway, I chose this quote because, well, not only for the name of the movie and the topic, but to me it makes sense. As Morgan says in the film, have you found joy in your life, and has it brought joy, and have you brought joy to others? To me, I believe we should die happy. So, like,
Probably a good start.
yeah, well,
Or good end.
well, the bucket list allows you to do that. If you try to complete your bucket list before you die, especially if you know when you're gonna die, like in the movie, you know, you have a specific timeline. But if you make a bucket list and you're determined to complete it before you die, I don't know, at least then you're happy because you're at least, you know, doing the things you want to have done, right?
What's more important, having joy in your life when you die, or having helped somebody else and them having joy?
Well, I'd feel,
Well, if you have a bucket list yourself that you want to share with us, you're more than welcome to do so.
Yeah, the whole point of this episode was so that we could put our bucket list on the line, show you that it's okay to reach for your dreams and go for what you want in life.
yes, okay.
We challenge you here at Motive4Change to make your own bucket list.
It
What?
might even be fun. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And after all, I did mine 2 years ago and I scratched one thing off the list, so if I can do it, surely all of you can do it too.
What did you scratch off?
I told you, the one about doing the charity walk. I did that last year with the Walk for Miracles and Relay for Life.
Jonathan spaced out again.
Yeah, yeah. I apologize to viewers out there. He does this a lot.
He
And now
does.
he's laughing because he's in denial.
No, he's not.
Oh.
Accepting it is the first step
Yes.
in recovery.
He
That's
agrees.
for all the breaking Skype comments.
Oh, and he also talks in the third person a lot.
He does.
Well, that is everything from us here at Motive4Change. We hope that you have enjoyed the show. If you have a topic suggestion for a future show, please leave it in a comment under this video. If you enjoyed the show that you just watched, go ahead and show us just how much by slapping that like button. If you really enjoyed the show, slap a friend and then share it with them. Just kidding, please don't slap them. However, we do appreciate a share, it helps us out immensely. We are on Twitter at Motive4Change. You give us a follow and we will be sure that we do our best to lead your way. And one final thing from us here at Motive4Change, be the change that you want to see in the world.
Top of the morning to ya.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
Both. It could be both.
Who'd we lose? Matthew.
Yeah.
Alright, let me pause the recording. Pause! Pause!
Where was I?
How do you keep breaking Skype?
I did not break Skype. I didn't even go near the bloody thing.
Apparently, because
You keep accusing me of breaking Skype is effing ridiculous.
it wasn't me this time.
We're not recording right now.
Yes, we are.
That's okay. I didn't say anything bad.
We just got a blooper.
Yeah.
Very nice.